everybody. Looks like a beautiful day in Cleveland, a beautiful day for a wedding. Time to get loaded up. Most of the time I'll start my load in with stuff that I hope I'm not going to need, or at least I think I won't need, like this sort of backup old EV PA system that I would use as an absolute last resort. I pack this up in the deepest, darkest corners of the car. Hopefully I never have to get it out, but if something should blow up on me on a job site, at least I have some speakers, at least I have a power amp that can limp through in case of an emergency at a gig. At least it's some speaker power so that I can continue to play music for the clients. So the number one rule of live entertainment, whether you're in the band world or the DJ world, as I've learned from being on stage for many, many years, is Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, it probably will. And our best defense is to be prepared. Now, knowing myself, it never fails that I might forget one little thing that I need on a job. A power cord or an extra extension cord or the hard drive that has the bride and groom songs on it. And now I have to scramble to download them quickly from iTunes on the job site because I left it in a car or in my office at Jerry Bruno Productions, who knows. So, along the same lines of being prepared and having backup systems for myself, I prepared a nifty little cheat sheet that helps me a lot when I'm loading up for a gig. I made this diagram, which is also an animation, so I can plot out my various power needs for any particular gig, so that when I get to the actual venue, it's a quick process to set up, or as quickly as possible. I also obviously have itineraries completely made out for this event with the timeline and all of the music needs that I might need for the first dance and the father-daughter dance and the other formalities, all mapped out ahead of time. And in addition to having these songs in my software and my iPod, of course, I always keep backup CD copies of these vital tunes on hand. So again, in case of some sort of catastrophic failure, I can plug a CD player into my backup PA system and still allow these people to have a first dance and continue as normal. Even iPhone software like DJ for the iPad and the iPhone, it's a great app that could let you limp through a gig if you had to. The music never's going to stop on a job site. That's one of the things I'm really trying to focus on, and one of the services that we can provide for our clients at Jerry Bruno Productions is reliability and dependability. What kind of backup systems do we have? In addition to the huge network of actual artists and DJs that we have, in case of an emergency, to make sure our clients are always covered, each artist has to have their own backup plan. That's so important to every job. And here we are, we have arrived at the venue, the beautiful La Center in Westlake, Ohio, getting ready for load-in. Okay, so I'm here a full 2 hours before we even have to be set up. There's no guests here yet, and the staff has been very helpful, so I'm going to pull around to the back entrance and start the load-in. And of course, we're wearing our brand new roadie t-shirts that say Jerry Bruno Productions on the back, even though that's a mirror image. So hopefully from any week to week, we've got many artists out there wearing these shirts. Very cool to be setting up with. And it's a good thing I left myself plenty of time too, because everything was going so smoothly until... Well, we got everything set up on time in just about an hour. The only trouble was, there's 2 weddings going on here today. We set up in the wrong room. So we had to scramble to get to the right room. That's right. This is the room I was told to set up in by a very friendly staffer. And this is the room I was supposed to have been set up in, and fortunately was eventually set up in with still some time to spare. But in the end, everything's beautiful, everything's fine, we're right on time. And in the other room is another Jerry Bruno Productions DJ anyway, so we're double banging this building tonight, and we're gonna have a great time. I have a smaller setup tonight, no subs or anything, just because this is a small room, only about 80 people. The uplights look beautiful in the room. I'm running some Tractor software on my Newmark mix deck tonight. Lesson learned. Always, always double check to make sure you're in the right room.
Ladies and gentlemen, while you're enjoying this amazing dinner here at the center, we want you to continue to enjoy your dinner. But while you do, we have some special words from the maid of honor and the best man. So at this point, please give a warm welcome to the maid of honor, Chuck.
So we got through the formalities just fine, finally got to the dancing, and everything was going great, and then blackout.
Oh, come the f on!
That's right. For a whole 8 to 10 minutes, one whole half of the ballroom lost complete power. The music never's gonna stop on a job site. Never's gonna stop on a job site. Never's gonna stop. Never's gonna stop. The venue even had to bring in a whole nother breaker board, which thankfully they did quickly and we were back up and running. But man, does that suck. Longest 10 minutes of my life. Well, that's it. The end of another gig. And frankly, I have never been happier to see a gig end. I mean, the clients were lovely, nice people, but talk about a comedy of errors tonight. I'm exhausted. But you know what? Even through power outages and setting up in the wrong room, we still all managed to recover and keep the dance floor full all night long, which is really what we're here to do. But man, did we learn some good lessons tonight. One, don't take the busboy's word for it that that's the room you're supposed to be in. Talk to your venue contact person to make sure if there's multiple weddings that you're in the right room for your wedding. And two, double check the power requirements and the power capacity in the room that you're going to be set up in. We lost a whole half of the room. Certainly not from my sound equipment, but there was incandescent park cans set up all around the room, drawing a lot of power. Who knows what this venue is going through, but we lost a whole side of the room, just complete blackout for almost 10 minutes at the beginning of the night. But we did recover, we made it. I think they had a great time, and I learned some really valuable lessons. This DJ stuff is not easy. Practice and enjoy, my ass. We are getting the hell out of here. And to all, a good night. And just as an interesting side note, as I'm leaving this place tonight, 2 guests from the wedding who was next door heard that I was DJing in the other room, and it just so happens that they happen to be Jerry Bruno Productions clients who had called inquiring about my services earlier, and they wanted to come meet me, and now they want to book me for their upcoming wedding. So, every cloud has a silver lining to this damn gig. Out.